YouTube is so fucking corny, son. They just snapped me right the fuck off. I don't care. I don't know what I said. I don't know what I did. But I hope that people come back. I don't know. I couldn't jump back on the old live. So they might erase everything I said in the last one. There's nothing I can really do about it. Which would suck because I was making a lot of points. Yeah, I don't know what happened here. Yeah, they're jerks. Okay, yep, so I'm back up, I see. But the last one is just clipped. They clipped me. Yeah, I can't get back up there. All right, so hopefully people come back to this one. They kicked me out. I'm not talking about the president of no more, yo. They be having the secret squirrels on your back, yo. The secret squirrels and the two stupid dogs is watching, okay? And they not letting people say anything. So you know what? I'm gonna move on to the topic at hand. Let me give my disclaimer since this is a new video. This is Candace Michelle View. This is another episode of Candace Michelle Views where I give my opinion on what I am viewing on any mainstream media platforms that you could think of. So boom, it's just an opinion. Like what the hell? I am not getting any checks from anybody or whatever, so I can say whatever I want. I'm a citizen that is not taking upon any helping of the Asians. I'm not selling nothing to people and trying to rip people off about anything. So they should just leave a regular citizen person that works hard and give all their tax money up at the end of the year to whoever they want to give it to, and I have to pay as well. They took $500 or something from me last year. This year I had to pay $100 and something dollars. Don't listen to that crazy lady and say don't pay them, because they was writing me, and I gave them their money. And I should not be paying no money because they don't really give me any money back, because of a lot of people here that they say need help, and there's a lot of people out of all over the countries that need help for some reason, but they got shopping malls everywhere, they got food courts everywhere. So why the hell are we helping everybody if it's not like they're living so bad that they got nothing but rocks to throw at each other? It's like they have stores. I've seen it. If you look at these videos when people are traveling the world, you can see they literally got everything we got. So it's no reason for us to be helping out nobody, especially when they only giving out little Halloween checks, like little trick-or-treat checks to survive for 2 years of them cutting hours, making people lose jobs, and you're gonna cut me off? Like what the hell? But anyway, yeah, I'm back. I'm not gonna leave it till I talk about these Haitians. Are you kidding me? Yeah, we're gonna get into the African Asiatic takeover. We're gonna get into the African Asiatic takeover and them trying to make us red brown girls have sex with them because they're nasty and they want their nasty bellies to be on top of us. And the answer is no. And some of these African Asian mamas, them African Asiatic mamas, they trying to take our men. And they pay them a little foo. Nobody's bugging. I know what I'm talking about. They try to make us sex slaves. They try to keep us out of work. And they be having all the jobs, right? So we're going to get into these people wading in the water. We're going to get to these wading in the water these wading in the water. Wading in the water, children. Now it's amazing that they wading in the water with a bag full of a plate. They got a bunch of plates. Let me get to the good pictures that I got. All of them. I got all of them stacked up. Where they got plates of food. They got plates of food, barrels of water. They got the good water too. And I'm looking like, what? What help? First of all, where are they going? They might as well stop in Mexico like we used to stop them. Like, don't come past that border. We don't even know how they got to the border because they over here wading in the water. Yeah, let's get to these wading in the water, motherfuckers. Oh my God! See, they don't want me to talk about them because I just had it and it went off again. We're gonna talk about them, y'all. We're gonna talk about this because they get out of control. I'm gonna start off with this so y'all can know it's a scam. Okay? Look at the jersey. Look at the jersey. Pay attention. Pay attention to the jersey. Why does he got He got a 23 on his jersey, right? 23. So we already know what time it is, okay? We already know what time it is. These people work together. They are first cousins. They are first cousins. These are Caucasians. These are Caucasus. I didn't even know they call these people Caucasus. Now we know what a Caucasian is. They're Caucasus and Asians working together. And it makes a Caucasian, okay? So you understand where a Caucasian comes from? I'm going to show you a video clip where she's calling them Caucasus. She said the caucus. I'm like, what the hell is a caucus? Them. They're Caucasus. And then the Asians, and you get a Caucasian, okay? That's a lesson learned. They blowing themselves up every day when they talk too much. They blowing themselves up. Look, he got a bunch of plates of food. He got plates of food. Where would he get these plates of food at? Why he got nothing on his feet? So you telling me he came from his country with nothing on his feet? What does them having an earthquake got to do with him not having no shoes on? Because if you ask me, that means he ain't have no shoes, period. So they just need help, huh? Like, first of all, you're going to come all the way over here and you just going to skip DR? DR right across the street from y'all. DR don't have no issues and it's beautiful out there. It's so nice. They got beautiful villas. They couldn't fly over there because they know the DRs know what's up. The Dominicans know what's up with them. These people are setting shop in the mountains. They setting shop in the mountains, trying to live in the mountains, and they don't belong there. Nobody belongs on the mountains because mountains are prone to have mudslides. They're prone to have earthquakes. They're prone to have volcano things. So why would you set shop there? Why would all y'all be living there? They actually have some like a beach called something Cove, and then it's really if you Google the name, it's called Clown Cove. Like they're like the Dominicans named that shit Clown Cove, like you clowns over there. Like anyway, we're gonna get into these pictures, okay? Like why is this one guy getting torn up? They got this guy on 1,000 pictures. They went this way, then you telling me he went that way? Never dropped a plate of food. He got about a couple plates. Okay? This is all photo ops. Look at them waiting in the water. This is all just food for them to have like that. Look at this, about 6-7 plates. He got a Target bag. All right. Now we got to figure out who was in the water behind them with the professional camera. If you got the press there, right? Because I don't think no one had an SLR camera to take pictures. So if you got a professional camera there taking pictures behind in the water to get good footage, to get some good stuff to put out, you're going to tell me you're still going to be whipping people in front of the press? You're going to be whipping and grabbing people up in front of the press with your 23 symbolism? So we're going to get into these black people, this black business, black this, black that, black this, with the burnt people that went past the equator, that ended up burnt / I don't know what. But we're going to talk about them. They don't need our help. Let me repeat. Haitians do not need our help. They have plenty of Haitian people here that are doctors, lawyers. They have very good careers here. Very good careers here. So if they need any help, it shouldn't be our asses that they don't hire. You know, the Haitians and them or the Jamaicans, whoever. Every time you go to HR, it's some type of immigrant there in HR. We got to work for agencies most of the time because trying to get hired directly in there don't happen. I don't know. When I'm working places, I don't see people like me there. They don't help me. They come and they ask you for plenty of help and you help them. And then when it's time for you to get some help, they be like, she. They don't want to help. So they get the jobs first. There's plenty of them in the health field. They're all in there, not doing their job well, don't know much English, but yet are getting hired over people like me that has educations and they're trying to get hired directly. Won't get hired directly, but you can work for the agency for less money. But they can get hired directly and get the jobs before us. They do not lose your job over the click over, okay? I'm not going to say it again. Do not lose your job for that because they're making space for people like they did last time, and then they come and take the jobs. That's going to be up for grabs, okay? So don't lose it for these people. On top of that, they don't need no help. Go to Long Island, Go to the areas of where the Jews live. They live very well. They own all the houses in Long Island with the Jews. They live all across Eastern Parkway with the Jews. They live in all the brownstones that they I don't know how they got in there because they didn't build it. This is not their land. All that stuff was there before they got their smelly butts here, but yet they are all inside here and they own all the houses and we rent from them. Okay? So they don't need any of our help. They don't need any of our help. Tell them to call they on. Tell them to call they. And the thing is, you see all them Haitians at the border. You see all that press. You see Maxine Waters and all of them making a big deal. We've been begging and asking for so much stuff, but yet all we get is Al Sharpton. We don't even know what Al Sharpton be saying. You know what I'm saying? He be dancing around with his young thing. Like that's who we got to represent to try to get some rights for us. It's not happening no more. Okay? We are not helping anybody, not just the Haitians, none of these people, okay? Haitian people are from Nigeria, African descent. They are not naturally from Haiti. There's no such thing as Haiti. They just popped out over there and stayed, okay? And that's why they're in the back parts. If you look at the landscape of Haiti, if you look at the landscape of Dominican Republic / Haiti, the Dominican Republic, the DR is like nothing but green shrubbery and very nice. Because they are the natives to that land. It's no French came over there and had sex with these African slaves, and then the Spanish had sex with these African slaves. Why would they make two different looking people? Like y'all gotta really wake up and make it make sense. They talk about because the Spaniards is having sex with the African slaves here, and the French is having sex with the African slaves here, but yet they look so different. They look so different. So let's understand that that's a scam. No white man was having sex with nobody. There's no such thing as a white man. They are scamming us with these culture made up names, and people that are living, getting washed up or this and that are living on parts of lands because they have immigrated there and they were not originally native to that land. So the native people give them a pushback and they don't want them there because that's not their land. They have plenty of land in Nigeria. They live great in Nigeria. There's a lot of places in Nigeria or in North Africa where they have big homes and they have their own people stand in front of the gate and open the gate. They enslave their own people and make them open the gate, cook the doors, and that's how they treat their own people fine. That's none of our business. But then don't ship them over there in DR, which used to be Hispaniola, you know what I'm saying? And then say, oh, well, they're all a part of it because the French had sex with this person, the Spanish had bullcrap. They're just African descent people that came and bust up on them and they don't want to leave. And it's the same thing as this Haitian, Nigerian, African people in South America as well. They got their areas in Ecuador and this and that. And the native people from South America is not so happy and pleased with them African descent, Haitian descent, whatever descent you want to call it. They're all the same people. They just come and immigrate places and just make their way. And they don't even have no government there. They govern themselves. So, I don't know how bad it is. They have it out there. It's a scam. They want to get more of their family and cousins in here to become doctors, nurses. They're making y'all get out now, but if you don't take you're out of work in the health fields, right? So and then here they come. Oh, Maxine Waters at the borderline with a couple other Haitians about, oh, we're gonna make sure that we get ours or whatever because of the deals they made with the French. Who? The French don't live in America. This is not their spot either. They are all hunger mongers on us, just yarning on us. Who is there to tell you that if y'all made deals with them, go to France, which all of y'all is there too. All the African descent people are in France. They are in the Yorkshires. They are in Ireland, Scotland. That is where they're from. Greenland, Iceland. That is where the African descent people, North African, Asiatic African people are from. They are all over Asia and going back forth around us like a nucleus. They are surrounding us, okay? So they have plenty of support. This is a scam to get more of their cousins and family that they probably promised. How did they get over there? Everybody keeps asking, how did they get over there? The support. They have nurses, doctors. All of them are doing well here. So, of course, they have plenty of money to get them to here, but they got to get them into the country, and they want to get them into the country legally so they can do well here as well. Because what's the point of them coming to America? I mean, how many Eddie Murphy movies y'all want to do here? Like, please stop coming here. You understand what I'm saying? Like, there's no reason to come here. We got two stimmies. We don't have it. That tells me we don't have it. We don't have the space. We don't have the money. We don't have the support. They have the money because they got our money. They got our money, stacking it, putting y'all in debt. Y'all using all your credit cards up. Y'all using all your IRAs up. You using all your job stuff, taking out of your jobs, So now if you do that kind of deal with your job, like, oh, let me do a 2-year, 4-year plan because I need some money, they're just accumulating us in debt because we don't have no debt right now. So try not to get no more debt. Don't let them make a new contract on us, okay? Don't let them let more of these people, their cousins and them come in, so when you lose yours, they'll be right in. This is all a scam of these black people, these burnt black people that are sitting here taking over and trying to conquer and divide and conquer on us. But the divide and conquer tactic does not work anymore. That's why we got them at the border like, hold up, wait. And they need to hold up and wait forever in Mexico. They can stay in Mexico, tell them to go back to Ecuador, where they got little spaces over there, and tell them to make room over there. They don't have no government over there. They can do whatever they want over there. It don't look well. They don't clean up. They're not cleaning up nowhere they're at. A lot of those places, when you look at these videos, I want you to check. I showed you that guy. His name was Kurt Cass. I didn't want to just leave it as the white guy because I don't really care if he's white or black. We got a Haitian guy from Miami. It's a Haitian guy from Miami. I like his video, so it's not like I don't like Haitians and people. The people that are here already, fine, you got all the jobs. Just when you work at HR, let us get a little bit of, let some of us real black, brown, red people get in there. Because, or you hiring all the black people, the burnt people, that's not cool. That's not cool. And I had people in my face tell me, I had got a hookup through somebody. I don't want to talk about it, but I got the hookup through a Haitian person, right? To get hired directly to like this nursing home I worked for at one point because it was making me work agency. So the Haitian person got me to hook up to get hired directly to another Haitian person. When I got there, you know what the lady told me when I sat down? She said, "Oh, you're not Haitian." That was the first thing she said to me. I said, "Girl, I know I ain't Haitian. What the hell?" She's like, "Oh, well, it doesn't. Just give me your application." Da, 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 da. And I got in. Because she told me, her friend told me she was gonna send me. So they respected people, not gonna do too much. But she just looking like, oh, this girl sent me somebody that's not Haitian. She literally said it in my face. They don't hold their tongue, so don't do this no more. The secret is they beating us in the head. This is what this is about. Don't let them know that we're just tearing them up in America. We're just tearing them up, okay? And some of you white people and stuff, some white people, some Puerto Rican people, y'all gotta understand that some of y'all are descendants of us. Y'all are descendants of us. I'm gonna show some examples like the Puerto Rican people, like Felicia Rashad and her sister. You see how they look more like, let me show you an example of what the Puerto Ricans used to look like that. And I think they were the original Native Indians, after us. They got a little bit lighter and stuff and was going towards California, the Los Angeles. Those are our Los, we the big joker, they're the little jokers. You see what I'm saying? So this is a black typical family from the Americas. No African, no Dutchman, no Greenland, no Papa the Cellarman coming over here. This is just us. We just kind of look like this. This is just the way we move. We don't have no thick nappy here. We tender-headed, okay? And this would be the Puerto Ricans what they used to look like. You know what I'm saying? That we used to be the Los Angeles, the ones that was going in Mexico before they got to Central America, right? As you can see, their hair is not really China bitten yet. They didn't get bit by the Chinaman yet, right? I'm going to back up my story about them getting bit by the Chinaman. I got a documentary that you could check out where they got bit by the Chinaman, right? So we are the big jokers. We are the big ones, coming from Native America, Turtle Island, up north, North America, and then we got the baby jokers, which they was more Los Angeles, Mexico, beginning of Mexico. Okay? Where they look more ethnic. Okay? So, now, Now we're going to get into what they would look like when they got bit by this guy. And I'm going to show you a documentary of when he went and started to travel all over straight to, they started in East India and then they came around. If you could see the lightnings, this is where the Chinaman hit everybody starting in the year 400. Didn't I tell you they came in around the 400s? They started to circle around and they hit everybody. They hit South America hard. They all in Africa, all in India, they all over here, but they didn't really get us. They didn't really get us in the middle because we would not let them in here, okay? So we're gonna show you what they look like. Our family, you know, we're gonna show you what they look like when they got bit by the Chinaman. So this is what they turn out looking like. Now they're Mexican. They're no longer Tolkienians no more. They're no longer like the native Indians no more. These are somewhat like the native Indians now, and this is when they got bit by the Chinaman. They end up having straighter, longer hair. They, you know, Chinese type hair. Look at the, you know, they all look like this in South America, Central America. They all got this Asiatic eye look and things like that. You know, and I don't care if they got bit by the Chinaman. That's not the issue. The issue is they are again. It's like they have an issue with us. They on our backs because we didn't get bit by the Chinaman and we stuck together. So I want us to stick together again. Red bone, brown red bone, mahogany red bone. I'm a hot. All of us need to stick together. We always stick together, and we need to stick together. You know what's infiltrating us? What's causing us not to stick together? The black burnt people, the Jamaicans, the Haitians, the North Africans, the South, the South Spain, the African Spaniards, the Portuguese, which is the Portuguese, the Brazilian Portuguese people that went to Spain and they're black Spaniard, the French people are the Caucasians. They end up being French mocha latte, French white looking people. You got to understand that they are all family. They are all family, okay? So when they act like they fighting and then, oh, you're not giving us this, you're not giving us that, they're just beating us in the head for our money. They're just beating us in the head to keep snatching from us. And we're just not saying nothing. And we need to start speaking up. Guess what I'm going to do? Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to file a class action lawsuit. I'm not doing no GoFundMe. Don't get scared and think I'm young Pharaohing you. I'm doing it on my goddamn own. I advise you guys, if you could, try to look into your family history and figure out if you've been on this land before they started proving that they were even getting here. Because they got to start understanding that. Think about all the land they want. Think about all the houses they want. But if they can't prove that it was legally sold for them to even be buying it from people, a lot of people might have to get up out of there. You know what I'm saying? If I file my lawsuit and they say, hey, you got state claim to all these things, these treaties, these Halloween treaties, these trick-or-treat treaties that they said Native Indians signed. Oh, but the Native Indians live by Los Angeles and Mexico. So how they signing anything for no Native American? How they signing anything for us? You understand what I'm saying? So we're going to figure out who was signing all this stuff off. They talking about New York got sold off by this person, sound like an African name. Africans were not here. We're not talking about no Popeye the Sailormans. The Popeye the Sailormans that came from Greenland, okay? Or came from Ireland or Scotland or your Yorkshires. And they was over there fighting with the Norwegian people and the Vikings. That got nothing to do with us. You know what I'm saying? They come over here, they got to wade through the water to get to us. Okay? They're not native to this land, okay? I showed you who was native to this land. It's us. In the Puerto Ricans that I showed you, not the ones before they got bit by the Chinaman. And I'm not even talking about going to Central and South America because I already told you that's the Brazilian, the Portuguese, that's where African and Armenian people, the Muslims, that's where it all began. That's the Olmec. I don't know, and y'all don't even know why y'all letting Egypt and them tell y'all and African, and you know they go, that's Canaan land, Canaanites, the Cush and the Canaan. It was never called Africa. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know why y'all letting them Bull Street bully y'all in South America and Central America because you know Peru and all that's where it all started from. Okay? That's where it all came from. The Olmecs, the Muslims, all that stuff that they preach over there is coming from South America, Central America. And that's why the Puerto Ricans or the Mexicans did not get along with the Negros, the Negritas, the Savalik, the slaves, the Russian. You know how Russia and Jews, they all Russians and Jewish people that was enslaving when they came from the Bering Straits through Alaska. And if you look at Alaska, it's a lot of mermaids. This is why when they all got bit by the sugar cane, they became Hermanas and Hermanas, like, why would a brother be Hermano and Hermanas? It's like her. You see what I'm saying? They are all sugar canes. Once you got bit by that sugar cane, the Chinese man, he is a fruit. He is off the hook. Do you see Netflix? Are you watching Netflix? Did you watch that Squid show? It's like #1 or something like that now. That was a good show. I ain't gonna lie. I watch a lot of stuff. They are putting a lot of Chinese stuff up now in English. Like, the Squid Games. Did you see that? Are you seeing how they moving out there? They want the corrupt. The one guy was complaining like, yo, you just killed this person. What's going on here? And you see how they kept putting God in it? He kept saying, oh, God, God, this and that. Because Chinese people came over to us in the 400s. And I'm going to show you that they didn't build shit over here. They just taking pictures and stuff of our stuff. Because they was the Flintstones and we were the Jetsons. The Jetsons. Okay? The Jetsons. You get how that works? Okay, they were the Flintstones. Who's the Stones? Who's the Stone people? You see they got in Mexico and all that, they got the pyramids. You know what I'm saying? So you see the connection. You see their connection. We don't got no pyramids. We don't do no pyramids. We was doing square and triangles. And if you look at the Squid Games, they show the triangle and the square. Because that's our house. That's how we was building our houses and our homes. They weren't building like us. And they're not geniuses like us. They know we are the golden child. We shine bright like a diamond. They cannot stop us. That's why when they said that the year 85 and stuff, they tried to dumb our parents and stuff down with drugs and this and that. And then they keep trying to enervate us to get us on drugs so we can be as slow as our parents and them. But we not really adhering to that lean and that. They fiending out. The Asiatic people are fiending out to give it to you. They putting it in their music. They putting it in all their stuff. Don't let them scam you, son. Listen. I got so much to say. Okay? I don't even know how I'm going to just fit all this stuff in. I don't know if it's going to make any sense to you guys. But we got to start sticking back together. They stopped us from reading and writing because they tried to catch up with us. They made us put perms and stuff in our hair because they knew how pretty it was without it. My mother never put perm in her hair all the way down on her ass. Okay? So, she used to tell me, can't stop doing that. And I would not stop because I'm looking like, oh, look at the Just For Me. The Just For Me. It was girls like that looked like me on that box. We never needed a perm in our pretty ass hair. We Becky's with the fucking good hair. We the Becky's with the fucking good hair. You understand what I'm saying? Like, we got the baby hair, all that. When you see them girls that can't have baby, they part the beginning of their real hair and smudge it down. And I'm not talking about girls that fuck their hair up. I'm talking about girls that just naturally cannot have it. It's because they're African descent, they're African Asiatic descent, and then also you could tell them, like the Muslims or whatever, they got the turkey necks. Or they're shaped like a, you know, not to be rude, but like a gorilla. It's a lot of issues. Like the things is kicked in. It's like they kick this in and then they build this up. I don't care how people are. I think monkeys is cute. I dated some. Okay? So that's not the point. The point is that you got to start telling the difference because sometimes you think they're you and they coming to F us over. They're coming to tell us to do these things because they know that their spots depend on it. Their piece of the pie here depends on them tearing us up, making us do a lot of dumb things. Okay? How many times people used to say, oh, come drink and smoke with me. Okay, I don't mind coming and drink and smoke, but I also I gotta go to school and I gotta finish my stuff. These people, they send certain their kids to school and they don't do none of that stuff, and then they send the half-breeds that love to represent their immigrant side and not their their American side. They want to party every day. And then it's like, yo, bro, I want to just, like, first of all, I like to get messed up, but to celebrate something. That means I have to do some work and accomplish things, and then I celebrate. These people want to celebrate Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And then and it's like, bro, I can't come out today because they are distracting the shit out of us. Like, bro, stop hanging with them. Stop hanging with these people, yo. They are sitting here trying to straight corrupt your children. And if it ain't yours, then cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about everybody, but I know from experience what I'm talking about, okay? Nobody's jealous of them. No one cares what they have. They sit there and talk about money and stuff. It's like, bro, you can't buy a lot of stuff we got with money. What you're buying with your Asian fake money that deteriorates and they gotta make every day because it's worth nothing, is worthless, just like the bullshit stigma you're trying to put to us. Like you're worth something because you got fake money, like you got made up money. Your money is buying real resources of ours. It's our resources. It's our resources. So when we kick your stink at your little smelly money and rip it up into pieces, well, how are you gonna cop our resources? How you gonna live in a place that once we get hopefully our rights back, so we can govern our own place because it's ours. We don't need no help from you guys. And you feel like we're gonna collapse, let's see what happens. If you feel like we're gonna collapse when y'all go, let's see what happens, okay? Because we had all this stuff before you got here. I was trying to research how they got the L trains. Like they had so many trains and stuff that they ripped down. They had so many trains. We had so many things. If you look at it's like a historian channel. I think you should like try to like research all the stuff that we had here that they ripped down. They ripped down a lot of these things because we had so much transportation going up through the Bronx to Brooklyn to Queens. We had so much transportation in the early who knows when, because they can't even give you a direct date. They can't even give you a direct date. They're so obsessed with all of our stuff. They're so obsessed with all of our stuff, okay? To the point where they were so hateful, they ripped everything down. Their hateful asses ripped everything down, right? And I'm not going to keep explaining this stuff to y'all because we had skyscrapers, everything here already before they even decided to get here, because this is why they wanted to get here. I could show you Chinatown. They was, like I said, Chinese people had came. They were the first people to run down on us, okay? And they made a little spot in Manhattan. And this opened the floodgates. This opened the floodgates, okay? They went and told the Russian Slavic Jews to come to Manhattan. They told the Spanish people, the African Latinas, the ones with the turkey necks, the Muslim, African Latinas, the Muslims and all them, they came also to the Bronx and stuff. They got their 40 acres and a mule. 40 acres and a mule never made no sense because we don't have mules here. We have horses. So you already know when they were showing you stuff from like ancient time, like Greece and all that, doing them horse chariot things. I already showed you our horse and chariot races was in, what was that? In Manhattan I showed y'all, the hippo green or whatever. That was us. That's our stuff. We was doing the chariot races. We had the Colosseums. We had the entertainment. They ripped it down. They're jealous of us. We are the geniuses. And we don't need money or Asiatic name brands. We don't want to be in the water, in the swamps. That's y'all. Why don't y'all jump in there and swim back where y'all were from? Because we don't care about being on the water. We like nice firm land. Okay? So anyway, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't know what they talking about. But what we trying to tell y'all is to go home Roger, and y'all keep deflecting. Y'all keep deflecting. Oh, well, look, I'm proud of me. I'm proud of you. Proud of what? Being a thief and a scammer, skeezer? Y'all scammers. Y'all act like y'all trying to be nice, right? Y'all trying to act like y'all all nice, selling us $2 products for $20. And then in my head, I'm thinking, this bitch really trying to sell me this for $20 and this shit costs like $2, you know? But because you're nice and you're cool, we go ahead and support you, right? So then they see that they run the ranks, they do their sacrifices, their scams, and their skeezing, right? And then they finally do their little contract deals with the Asian and the Chinese, right? And get backed up by their funding. Then they turn around and try to make fun of us. Like, oh, and it's like, what? First of all, you gorilla. First of all, you, and I'm saying gorilla because that's what they call themselves back there. They call them the gorillas and the da-da-da-da. And we're going to get into Eve. We're going to get into Eve in the evolution. In the evolution of man, how they show that monkey growing up, that's Eve. That's Eve in them. That's why Adam got kicked out. He probably was doing some beastology. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm trying to tell you? They came from monkeys and evolved from Eve. That's why Eve was not never supposed to be. Who's Eve? Like if you could tell, she stands out because everybody's Adam or Abraham or because the abs and the as. Adam is the original. Abraham is the aboriginals. So we are all, in America, and it's all good. Just stay where you belong. But where Eve come from? The evolution of Eve. Okay? That's where they're getting that monkey concept from. And that's probably why they call some of them mixed people past Panama and all that, they call themselves gorillas. But anyway, we're not even going to, and then of course Africa as well and all that. You know what I'm saying? It's not King Kong, conscious, all that. We're not going to get into that. That's dumb. That's all no. And like I said, I think monkeys are cute. Monkeys are cute. So don't get mad if I say it because it's not being offensive. This is just education purposes, okay? I want people to get an idea of what's going on here because it damn sure is us it's us versus them in their heads. And then they come and they smile in our face and trying to make us shake their hand. Now, I don't know about the native Indians and they Indian giving ASSs. That's their business that they want to be Indian givers. We did not give no rights to the Native Americans. We were sticking together. We don't play that. We don't want no money. We don't want no Asiatic name brands. People from the South don't wear no name brands. They live nice houses. I should have stayed in the South because I'd be a lawyer or something by now. Or my cousin them do well. You know what I'm saying? But I come up here, you know what I'm saying? Because we from here as well. And we shouldn't be pushed all around because more people are jumping on the outskirts of the turtle. And they're all, those states that they're in, like Chicago, Miami, Texas, California, that is all the outskirts, okay? They live in the swamps. They be in the swampies. We don't be over there. Why would we be over there? So they crawled on the land in mermaid asses and got their little spots and built on marshland. Marshland is like swampy kind of land that people don't want to build on because how you build on swamp land, but they do that. They build all over Asia in water. They build all over Asia in mountains. The Haitians are built all over in the mountains, and that's why they eat goat. And I'm looking, shoot, I'm a goat sign, so I got the goat. So why y'all eating goats? Goats be in the mountains for a reason. They don't deal with wildlife. They don't deal with wildlife. They like, look at these lions and them acting like animals. Ghosts be in the mountains like watching them like, bah. You know what I'm saying? And then here come these hitters, these hitties. Research hitties, Hitties. These hitties turned Haitian are eating goats. Okay? That's not nice. They eating everything, y'all. They eating everything. And the thing is, I'm going to try to explain, because this lady, she was saying that we're all refugees and immigrants here. No. They're trying to make this refugees immigrant place. But we're not all bit by the Chinaman. Not even close. They cannot recreate us. I've done my genealogy with my family and stuff, and none of it made no sense. They are ripping people off. They tried to do my father and my mom. My father had British and Nigerian, and he had more African and then British. Then my mom's had more British and less African. It's like how they from two different top lines, but yet they got the same. Listen, that's because those are the nasty people trying to overtake us. So don't waste your money on genealogy because they're not giving you any real info about it. You're going to have to just research your family and see how far back you can go. And 9 times out of 10, you're still going to be here. You're not going to be nowhere near Nigeria or Britain, okay? That's the African Asiatic people. That's Britain, Great Britain, that comes from Greenland and Iceland and the Yorkshires, which is Ireland, Scotland, and all that stuff over there, going towards England and all that good stuff going around, okay? So that's them, and this is us. They cannot recreate us. When you see a British person and a Nigerian person, an African, and like they're saying we are, when they make kids together, they make kids that look like mulattoes. Like, you ever see them really curly hair kids, and they're always on TV. They're always on TV. That ain't us. That's not us. So why are they saying that we all mixed breeds like that? We don't even look nothing like that. We are all native looking people, very native looking people. And you could tell that we're native people because if you Google how our features are, we're usually hairless people because we shedded our hairs. We were not where they were. They were up freezing, that's why they're hairy. And or they were up burning up, and that's why they're so dark. We have nothing to do with any of that. We're like red like the trees, and we're like as red bone as the trees. Like we're just red brown people all around the board. And they cannot recreate us like that. So if they want to prove it, tell them to have some more kids and put them on TV because we see their kids. We see them. They look like Kim Kardashian kids. They look like what's that basketball player and his wife is a weirdo, Scottie Pippen. You see her children. Those are the children they make. They don't make us. They don't make the golden. Look, they're not even golden kids. You see what I'm saying? We are the golden child, right? We're geniuses. They stopped us from reading. They stopped us from doing stuff so they could catch up. They could catch up. They saw us living like the Jetsons, and they was over there doing that yabba dabba dooba, and they came over here, and we civilized them. Okay, so you got to understand, I've showed you plenty of documentaries where the Tolkiens that they don't like to mention in Mexico because that was the original Native Indians / original Puerto Rican people before they got bit by the Chinese people, and then the Mohishes or the Michiches, whoever that is, that they said went around. And if you look at Ecuador's history, they tell you that it's backwards. They didn't come from Africa or whatever. They said they came from Peru, Ecuador, and then they went up and came around and gave knowledge. But I already showed you a documentary where they tell you where they got the knowledge from. They said that we died. We didn't die. We're here. We're still here, y'all. Just like how Egypt says South America is dead and the Brazilians, it's not true. Everything starts from America. Sorry, Asia. Let me tell you one thing, Asia. You guys are the wastelands. Like not to be rude, but you're the wastelands. You're artistic people, and artistic people are cool. That's why you're carving stuff. You was making your little your paintings. Them paintings look stupid. They have all that retarded Picasso stuff. Those are Asian people, right? Those Italian Asian people. You're artistic people. Go ahead, sculpt all you want. You could take your Statue of Liberty back, whatever. Because look what we had. We were electronical. I have a brother that built a computer from scratch. I have a brother that when we didn't have no money when we were young, he built a bike for me from scratch. He went through all the garbages or whatever and was getting little scraps and made a big 10-speed for me. So it's like we don't have to do what you guys do because we're geniuses, bro. We don't need you people to be on our backs. Look at the Asian people. The Asian people don't watch no TV or do nothing because I could bull crap all day and pass. I could bull crap all day. I don't study anything. I got all my degrees. I got everything I need. Only why I don't got no BA is because I wasn't going to pay nobody for no BA. Okay? Once the free education stopped, so did I. And I bull crap through the whole thing. I hope I didn't throw nothing up, but that sometimes it happens. I bull crap, and I'm a January Capricorn too, so spare me. I try not to be like my sign, but it is what it is. We are the Baphomets, unfortunately. And I tell people all the time that that's why I could tell people or explain to people how they're moving this sex slave stuff on it. They're doing a divide and conquer. They're doing captivating you, estranging you from your family. That's just what we'll seep all up in you. If you ever dated a January Capricorn, I wouldn't suggest it. You know what I'm saying? I got violated by a 116er. You know what I'm saying? He lucky he's still here today because God got to him and put him in jail before I could figure out to get to him. And the only why I hung out with him because I knew him and he showed me like his birthday was my birthday. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. And I'm not even going to get into that story because that's how bad it is. It's a bad story. But no, I don't play either. So we both was on the same level of, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, you know what I say about January Capricorn sometimes? Especially the men. I say we're sick people. Sometimes I be like, oh, we some sick people. And then when you do that, it kind of reminds you of being in a straitjacket. You know what I'm saying? So most of these people that's in them asylums, in them straight, you know what I'm saying? They do them lobotomies on them. Sometimes they're freaking geniuses. And they do too much, you know what I'm saying? And they want them to stop. So they medicate the crap out of them. They put them in things and they be slobbering. But if you know, and I'm talking about the asylums, not the special ed people. I'm talking about the people that they put in clinically insane, not crazy, insane. Do you understand I'm in my sanity? Why would I be in a insanity place if insane isn't it don't sound that bad. It means I'm in my sanity. But anyway, let's keep it moving. So with the special ed people too, they keep them medicated and stuff as well because they speak their mind. They be saying shit, and I be looking like, yo, not only is you on point, y'all, they don't hold their tongues with the truth. It's a lot of people that don't hold their tongue, but they over here trying to manipulate and do a do, you know, like that black circle, like in, you know how they turn that black circle on you, and they be like, you're asleep. That they like those kind of people. They like those people to flood the gates. But they put them special ed people on medication in them houses. They keep an eye on them because them people be speaking the truth. I don't care what race they are, they can't help themselves. And then you be thinking, oh, they crazy. But do you hear what they be saying? They be on point about talking about people. They be on point about saying, they be analyzing stuff. And they be like, yeah, talk about your whole family business. And then you be looking like that. He's speaking the truth, even though he's a little, because they can't keep the truth in. You see what I'm saying? If that makes any sense to y'all. But I'm going to get off the crazy topic. I just want to continue on with the infiltrating of these people. I don't want you people to deal with them if you're like us. You know, when I was showing y'all, if you have kept up with my videos, they have like the Nazabeth, where if you Google syllables by syllable, because all of these names are meanings. They all just, everything that you kind of see is like, even with the names of the groups of people, it's if you break up the names, you'll see exactly where it comes from, where it origins from. So like the Nazabeth, it was like, don't sell, don't buy, don't do no business with South African people, which I don't know why they're doing that. I'm still trying to do my research on what's the big deal with South African or the West African people. I'm not sure how that works. I don't know if they brought the Brazilian people over to the West Africa, because like they said, everything is backwards. They act like they sent them over there, but in reality, they probably sent the Portuguese people over there. And that's how you got Spain and Spaniards and all this other stuff. I don't want Spanish people to think that they are Spaniard, because Spaniards speak a different language from Spanish. There's certain words don't match up. So Spaniards from Spain don't have nothing to do with Spanish people. If you look at the word Spanish, it don't have Spain. It's spelled S-P-A-N, no I. So if you take the S away, you got S-Pan. So span, like spick. You see what I'm saying? They don't like to be called spicks. But anyway, and that's because they're bit by the Chinese person. They're not Spaniards, French, African. They're more native Indian, Chinese mix. So, and I'm not going to get into that, okay? Y'all got to figure it out on your own. Easy way to tell is the baby hairs. Afro-Latinas usually don't have any baby hairs. Spanish people have baby hairs because they're native Indian hit with the Chinese. Afro-Latinas is hit with the Chinese with African, Caucasian. So anyway, I don't want to talk about that. And with white people, some white people, they're from the South. They mix with some native people. They mix with us. They come out like Brad Pitt or this and that. Then you got a lot of white people that look like Igor and all that stuff. Or if she dies, he dies. You know, them really blonde, tall. That's African mixed Caucasians, Asians. Our white mixed with us. They're not us, but when they came over and they mixed with us, they're like Brad Pitt, Southerner, very handsome. You know, we are the all Americans. Unfortunately, we are the crop of the crops. Like we're smart, we're the good looking, we're this and that. Not to be rude, because I don't think I'm all that. I ain't no Halle Berry. But I'm just telling y'all, it is what it is. So I don't want to hear no, we jealous. We just telling y'all to go home, Roger. That's it. That's it. And then y'all would deflect. And you could go ahead and deflect with your Asian brands, your Asian name brands, and your Asian money, because you're going to deflect when we say go home, Roger. You could floss with all that stuff in your country, and I will like your stuff, and I will be like, yes. But when you come here and you try to SHIT on us, and you're buying your Asian, our resources with your Asian money, and you're over here trying to make us buy that Asian clothes because you wanted the money to go back there into their communities. You want us to buy from black-owned burnt businesses and then you move out of the hood, and then you live in white in China, and you send the money back there with our money we supported you to get there with. It's a scam, y'all. No more support, all right? Let's do them like they're doing us. They do it in code. They're doing it in code, okay? They are not doing no business with us. They're not hiring us directly. They're trying to keep us in McDonald's jobs. They're trying to keep us in low-level jobs, supermarket jobs, this job. When we try to get them hospital jobs, I got all education. My mom and them got all education. I don't even want to tell y'all all the experiences because it's disgusting. Like, it's hard for us to get in there. We would have to literally have somebody. You're not getting in there directly. All right? That's all I got to say. They got it on lock. They're not doing no business with us. They're trying to make us consumers and buyers. And then when we don't want to consume and buy from them and we do regular stuff like this and be our own creative people and buy cheap and do our own thing, they're trying to act like we're doing some bum shit. No, your Asian crap is bum. They stole our machinery and they won't give it back. So we can't even do as much as we want to do because they'll make it so high priced to try, like say if we want to do be a photographer, they'll make you spend thousands of dollars on that because they don't want you to be in every field. They want you to pick a field and stay in it. But it shouldn't be like that because we done did everything. Okay? All that music that they got, if you look at the 70s and the 80s music, that's all us. That's all us. That love music, that I mean, let's listen to, you want to listen to, I don't want to get my stuff turned off. But all that love music from the 70s and 80s, talking about, the white people were smoking weed and they hippies. No, we was full of love. We was full of love. And they was feeding off of us. But it was just to seep in on us because the people had a plan. Then they brought the hip-hoppers from the islands and stuff, and started to change the music up. It went from, I love you, girl, and you know it's true. Listen to me, la, 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 la. I love you, girl. All this love music went to, I did a birthday thing, I did the timing thing, and then she danced the princess standing with her lollipop on her, and I seen them and it's like, okay, still not that bad, but they're not really treating women as nice no more. Our men are very shy, sensitive, and sweet, you know what I'm saying? But don't get it twisted, and we think everything is funny, and we shouldn't think everything funny, you know what I'm saying? We think everything funny. You know what I'm saying? But they will come and smile in our face too and got a whole nother plan. And we don't have the plan. We just laughing and having a good time. You know what I'm saying? But they laughing and they passing us this and they passing us the bottom. And they, let's come out today, come out today, come out today. Like, what? I got things to do. Not today. Yes, today. Do your stuff today. You celebrate your accomplishments. Stop celebrating nothing. Stop celebrating nothing every day. Okay? Anyway, so they bring their hip-hoppers over here, and then the music starts to change. Now do you see everybody that's in this, they can't even sing. These girls is rapping because they girls can't sing. None of these chicks can sing. None of these dudes got no real swag. All they doing is being mad disrespectful. Okay? And they promoting drugs because they trying to give you that coca leaf and that coca, they trying to give you that Coca-Cola. They trying to sell you that coca any kind of way they can. They trying to make their money. They trying to feed you stuff we don't eat. We make soul food, okay? We don't need no kalaloo and none of that fish. You eat too much fish and seafood, it's going to give you mercury like the mermaids got. You know what I'm saying? Stop worrying about these people. They trust me, you go over there, bet to bring your own water and food, okay? It's not that safe for our system. We are hypoallergenic people. I break out over anything, okay? I don't like people even grabbing on me. And I don't think about it until after, but I see that I break out after, getting into altercations. I break out in hives and all kinds of, just from people touching me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like to get into altercations, but, I don't never back down from them either, because like I said, when the defense is to go. We don't start nothing, but we gonna be the end of all that bull crap. You ain't gonna come this way you ain't gonna be that enthusiastic to come this way. And I'm telling you, anyway, so the hip hoppers, and then now it's like just straight drug addicts on the mic. Don't deal with them. They're doing nothing but remixes of our music. They ripped us off in the 70s and the 80s with these nasty contract deals. We gave them all the jewels, all the music they needed, and all they're doing is sampling now. They don't got nowhere to go. All them shows and TV shows they were giving you based off of how we were living when they first got there and put West Indian. If you watch the Windsors and all that, these people were more West Indian Caribbean people, but and even with Bill Cosby and them, those are more like Greenland men, or the Popeye, the Sailor Man people. But and they're put in the Chinese Asiatic, and they'll put them on TV, but they were really telling our stories, okay? And they got nowhere to go from here. That's why they're remaking everything, and that's why Hollywood is in the dumps now, because you can't mimic people forever. You can't mimic people forever. You can't do memes of us forever. You're gonna have to get your own swag one day, okay? You gonna get off your own feet and get your own swag one day. And now you gotta go. Now you gotta go, because the American dream is over. This row your boat, jumping down the stream. Your dream is up. We got to burst them bubbles, okay? Because I'm making I'm gonna make a class action lawsuit on y'all. They're remaking everything because they got nowhere to go. They got nothing to do. They don't know what to say because they know we don't relate to their culture. We don't relate to their stuff. So if they try to put that entertainment in front of us, we're not gonna watch it. So they gotta try to mimic us with them. It's them on TV. If you look at all these Future, all these people, some of them, they kind of look like, the Nipsey and the Kamalas, but they're still from the other countries. And I could prove it. They'll say that they're Jamaican American, they're Gabon and American, they're Haitian and American, they're Eritrean and American. No, it's no such thing. It's either you're fucking Garbin or you're this, but it's still American just because you were born here. It's where your origin from. You don't gotta put American at the end of it just because you're here or because you're second generation here. Like I said, I'm not kicking everybody out. That's not the objective. The objective is to tell the people, whoever's here, you already got your spots. We already get the scam. Y'all already got it where y'all need to be at. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all can hold on to it because we're coming for it. But, so we're just trying to tell y'all cousins and them that y'all promised that y'all can get them here. Tell them it was a lie. Tell them we can't really get y'all here. We was bull crapping y'all. And y'all gotta go on back where y'all. Y'all all boarded up with them snacks. But y'all gonna have to go on back and wade back in the water and do whatever y'all gotta do. It's a whole DR over there. Who y'all scamming? Do y'all really need a place to live, or you coming for the dream? Or you coming for a piece of the pie? They finally got a piece of the pie. You saw Weezy in them. And did you see their neighbors? The Nigerian lady, what you call it, supposed to have been, Denise Huxtable husband, baby father. Who was that guy named? Lenny Kravitz. That's supposed to be Lenny Kravitz's mother on that show. With the white man, they were married. They all was in them upscale. That's our stuff. They done moved on up to the east side, to the east, where the home is. Okay, they done click their shoes. Got in a tornado and ended up over here in Kansas or in our Turtle Island Native America, okay? I don't know what's going on with Daylight, aka Conscious X, but he's disrespectful. I understand he's Haitian or South American. His best bet is to claim South America because they're still American and they don't do that bad over there. They just a little bit fumigated. Everything is fumigated, everything is spoiled. But they still are in abundance over there as well. You know what I'm saying? They just got their own thing going on. They eat everything with pathogens and all that. I don't know how you can live off that kind of diet, but whatever. I'd rather my collard greens or my greens. They like their avocados though, and they do well with it. But you don't want to be saying you're from Africa and this and that. And we know he's Haitian or whatever. So he needs to stop it because I think at one point he tried to say Turtle Island was somewhere that it wasn't. So you see how nasty these people are trying to betray us? And they keep saying, he's saying, oh, black people are everywhere, blah, blah. No, you black burnt people are not everywhere. Y'all come everywhere for some reason. You're whooping your butts everywhere and parking up everywhere, even in China and all that, the Philippines, Taiwan, or whatever, they got all them black people. Yes, you African people, you so-called Canaanites are everywhere for some reason, but it's not somewhere you origin from. Okay, so you origin from Brazil back there. You wanna, and then you got bit by the Alaskan Asiatics that was too lazy to get to where they need to go. They were the spoiled eggs that didn't get what we got. Too bad. And then when they started to eat a lot of whale and blubber, they finally gained some strength to come down to Mexico and all that, and then started to bite on our native Indians. That's still our business. You know what I'm saying? Listen. Do your history. Look into your history, because I can't really show y'all all these documentaries But I do want to show y'all some things.
African hair. And before I begin, never tell anyone of African descent to not wear wigs, because wigs were invented in Africa by Africans for Africans. Ancient African hairstyles were used to indicate a person's family background, tribe, and social status. Everything about a person's identity could be learned by just looking at that person's hair. For example, this hairstyle originated from the polyamorous women in Nigeria, and it was used to mean turn your back against the jealous one. In Great Kemet, wigs were used to symbolize one's rank and were essential to royal and wealthy families. Wigs were also used to protect the African scalp from the scorching sun. In the Wolof tribe of
From the
Gambian
scorching
Sentinel,
sun.
groups that were ready for marriage would braid their hair. The young ones would shave, while women who were in mourning would not do their hair or take up subdued hairstyles. Dreadlocks were invented by the guerrilla warriors and the Mau Mau
Gorillas.
Kikuyu as a sign of rebellion before it gained
Jamaicans.
popularity in the Caribbean. Cornrows were named after cornfield, and Africans wore them as a representation of agriculture. Cornrows were also used to hide seeds.
Brazilians.
Whenever Africans were chased away from their homes and they were to start afresh. Let's talk about African hair. And before I begin,
Now you hear her? You heard what she said, right? You saw them hairstyles? Now mind you, you know we tender-headed. We don't do cornrows and stuff. We usually do pigtails and do our little twist. Or we do our little, you know, and as I showed you already how we do things. How we look, you know. This is the average African American family, you know, from America. This is how our hair will look. Okay? We didn't have hair where we would be braiding it and stuff like that. We didn't have hair like that. We had curly little hair. So it would be no point in braiding our hair because it will hurt us. We tender-headed. So we would do more like a twist or a little curl style or whatever the case may be. Not to be, I don't care because cornrows are nice. I got braids in my hair right now. But I don't really like cornrows too much. But you know what I'm saying? Like, 'cause it is a little bit tight. Yeah, it's getting hot. So I just want to explain the wig part in these lace fronts, and you know they got y'all gluing-ish. Now, mind you, I do little lace fronts when I want to do, and then sometimes I do makeup too. But you gotta understand when you putting that thick palette makeup on you a lot, it's gonna mess up your real skin. So you could be dependent on the makeup. So you could be dependent on their makeup. This is a Chinese tactic on us, okay? You don't need no makeup on your face. You don't, if anything, get like a little bit of a glow stick, like a rosy glow stick, a highlighter or something, and just go on your cheeks, go right here on your thing, and then it have like a little bit of a glow. You don't really need the caked up stuff. Do it on an occasion only because it's gonna clog your pores and you're gonna be dependent on it. And they want a reoccurring customer. They want a reoccurring customer, okay? So I'm just trying to put y'all on game because I want these people to get out of my face. Also, with the wigs, then now they got full frontal wigs because they want your hairline to be going, so you're gonna have no choice to put them damn things on. Don't let them make you put it on that much. I put that thing on for 1 or 2 days. It stuck on my scalp and it hurt the beginning of my head. And I don't care how far down you pull it. You can pull it all the way down to your eyebrows. It don't matter. It's messing up your skin. It's ripping your skin. You gluing it. You're gluing. You know how poisonous glue is? Do you understand that? Don't do it often. Don't do it often. If anything, wear a scarf on your head and try to let your hair breathe. And don't care what these guys got to think because they not cute any goddamn way. Most of these guys don't even look good. They don't care about how they look. They be having them little guts, them little basketball stomachs. And I'm not saying nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying don't kill yourself for them because they're not killing yourself for you. You understand what I'm saying? And don't let these girls try to put you in competition with them because they're just trying to make you a reoccurring customer. Most of those girls that's putting all that stuff on is usually the ones selling it. Okay? So let's stop being the customers. Red, brown people from America. Any black people want to support black businesses and take it back to your Chinese neighborhoods and your Jewish neighborhoods and your West Indian neighborhoods. The West Indian Jews, they all live together. They all be together. Let them be together. You half-breeds need to be, most of you half-breeds live around us, so that's how I know y'all half-breeds. And for some reason, y'all want to claim y'all immigrant side more than y'all claim y'all down south, southern, or your Native American side, or your Native Indian side. You rather claim your Puerto Rican Chinese daddy, your Chinaman daddy, than his kid fly. Yeah, they're trying to make us very fake because it's gonna cost you. You're gonna pay the piper. And I'm a January Capricorn. I'm trying to explain to you the biz not eat. Okay? Sometimes a January Capricorn could become, 1 minute we could try to be, like I told y'all, at points I used to be somewhat of a Pan-African, and I still do love Buddhism and stuff like that. But I knew all along what it's about, and that's why when I first came on here, I used to tell people, when you do that divine stuff and all that, just be aware of what you're talking about here. Because some of these people act like it's such a beautiful thing, and it's like, bruh, tell you the truth, they kind of con artists and scam the skeezers, and they really just about their biz naive. You understand what I'm saying? Not really about the love, okay? But anyway, I'm from the South as well. So even if I'm a January Capricorn, on top of that, January Capricorns, 1 minute we doing one thing, and the next minute we feel like, okay, well now I want to go against the grain. We like to go against the grain a lot. So that's when Martin Luther King and them would get taken out of here. You see what I'm saying? Because 1 minute Martin Luther King would be about the double NCP, right? And that's government funded, and you already know who the government is. It's the gringos. It's the gringos. Get your gringo, get out of here. You see what I'm saying? That's what the Spanish people will call them when you go over to South America. They say, oh, gringos, like gringo, like the Asians go. That's just the government. You see what I'm saying? And who's the government to tell y'all anything here? They swam here too, or they came crossing their little butts from. Who cares? They shouldn't be governing us. I don't know why everybody want our backs. They need to go. But anyway, I'll be losing track of what point I was trying to make there. But you see what I'm trying to say about them? It's all the Chinaman daddy. The Chinaman is their daddy. It's their daddy. They are all over them. And if you don't do what they say, it could become, oh yeah, the Martin Luther King thing. So the double NCP, it was being funded by white or Jewish or whatever you want to call them people. So how could you be pro whatever, thinking you may doing all these Million Man marches or whatever, like Portia and their family, and you see what kind of scam this was? Because if you're being funded by people that you're trying to go against and have rights for, just really don't make no kind of sense. So Martin Luther King and them, or like in January Capricorn, they'll sit there and think, well, I'm going to do this, right? And I'll take your money or do this. But when I get up to my height, I'm going to sit there and say, hey, let's cut ties and let me take my people this way. Let me lead y'all to this, wherever. And I'm not talking about Martin Luther King, because, he's an African Asiatic or whatever. Him leading people to the promised land and all that. Talking about he's seen on the mountains and all the mountaintop. That's them. That's them over there by California and stuff, in that rich mountain, looking at us, watching us, stalking us, talking about they're gonna take them to the promised land over here. See what I'm saying? And that's what the Washington Monument is all about, and all that coming over on us. You know what I'm saying? Plymouth Rock didn't land on us. We didn't land on Plymouth Rock. They landed on Plymouth Rock. You know what I'm trying to say. And Denzel is a Capricorn too. I can't really say it. But what they mean is that, they came and landed in Virginia, and they came and popped out on us. The pirates. And this is what the Patriots is as well. If you look up Patriots, it's like a parrot. And what a parrot is. A parrot just mimics these mimickers. A parrot would just repeat everything and mimic everything you do. So these parrots, okay, these patriots are just mimicking, and everybody is just mimicking us. And they're all Asians. I mean, that's what Asians do for a living. They just copy. We should have never let them in Chinatown. They had a little piece of Chinatown. Let me show you how they made their little spot. They had their little Chinese stuff, buildings up. And you could tell they can't do nothing we do. They can't do nothing we do. We don't even have that kind of style. And look at all of our stuff. I wish I could show y'all everything, but it's not enough time to show y'all everything. This is all us. This is all our design. We did all the subway stations. We did everything, bro. Like, I can't even believe. Look at them taking fake pictures on our stuff. These are just the tight walk. These are the tight rope walkers. They didn't build a goddamn thing. I could show you all the iron bridges they built. They can't build stuff like us that lasts forever. They can't do like we do. Okay? This is us. This is us back in the days when we used to do market selling and all this stuff. Us and the native Indians. We all did market sellings and this and that. And then boom, here they came being thirsty all up on our stuff. Selling bread and whatever, olives and things like that. Look at all these fake pictures. Now you tell me this is not Photoshop? How would he be able to stand on top of this like that? So all these pictures that they act like they was building, like how would they ever come here the year they came and build all this shit that's here? It's impossible. That's how. And all they did was take pictures in front of our stuff, like I've been telling y'all. All they do is take pictures in front of our stuff. You know who made this stuff? We did. We did this. This is the brothers. These are the brothers. Not no hermanas. Not no hermanas. This is real strong brothers here, okay? Them African men, they act like they brothers and they strong brothers, but they faguitos. They faguitos, for sure. They're sugar canes. They're bati mens. They're bati boys. They're nothing like the American family. We come in red, brown, light, pale. The human, okay? The human. She look as red as this dress, all right? Then here we go with this. Look at this nasty. This is these are the people that's on. These are the people that's under us. They're on our attack. They are on our attack. These people.
Have been reduced. Tell people like this something. It's 2 different days. So again, the 2 worst charges have been reduced.
Did you hear that?
That means the narrative has to change.
This weirdo pedophile said the 2 worst charges have been reduced. Right now, watch what he does.
The Negroes like DNA don't lie. But what they forget to tell you is people do.
The con artists. Look.
Wow.
Wow.
You guys get your platform right.
Now, first of all, I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna let y'all peep game of this commercial. And mind you, you gotta understand this is definitely a commercial. You should boycott AMC. He could never be on a platform he's on and be promoting stuff like this. Second of all, where would you get a clean, sharp bag of popcorn at your house that comes only in the movie theaters? He didn't boil it up like it was used and, oh, I just came home later on with it. This is a clean, clear commercial here. Okay? And watch how more, look, this time I'm going to tell you it's a commercial. Watch.
AMC popcorn. Coca-Cola on the side.
You see Coca-Cola? Look at the Coca-Cola sign. Look, I'm going to show y'all. It's going to pause.
Still have a fight. There's new counts. You're just not remotely close to what was out
This is all scripted, fake, and it's a movie.
Look.
That's the
Welcome
first
to
lesson.
America
Still gonna grind.
with the foreigners.
Grind.
This is the foreigner's American dream.
American dream
For the
illusion.
people that lied and said, I'm locked up today. I mean, why did you tell these kind of, who's giving you the advice to lie?
Wow. Look at the Coca-Cola sign.
See it, y'all?
This is a perfect bag.
On rape charges of a minor. This is it.
You-
Send them back to their country in them barrels. They be packing up for their families to send back home. Send them back in a barrel.
Wait, you know what I just said? Now I'm laughing at myself because when I take this stuff, I be popping mad junk, right? I'm hot. I be popping mad junk. I said that they needed to send them back. They need to send him back in them barrels that they be sending their. You know how they fill up those barrels for their family? They be just throwing everything in the barrels. They need to throw them back in them barrels. So when their family open it up, they pop out like, hi, they sent me back. And I bet you they'd probably put the top back on and be like, oh, no, you better get back there and make our money. You better get back in that country. They need to send them back. They need to send them back in the barrels. They need to send him back in the barrels. Okay, they got them big barrels at home at their house. Them big barrels, and they pile it up. They make their money here. They have a whole bunch of children, so they don't have to pay that much taxes. And they get a whole bunch of food stamps over here in this country. Okay, doing swell. So we need to send them back in them barrels, and they pop up the barrel like, surprise, they sent me back, I got caught. They found out we were scamming them, man. We didn't really need no real help because we do well over here. We send it back, okay? All right? So mind you, this man is doing a commercial of AMC popcorn, AMC movie theaters, and Coca-Cola. Now, mind you, you would think, where does he get this from? Because they don't sell this. He got the movie theater one, and it's in perfect condition. So this is a prop. That was a prop. And he's a scripted man. And he's being funded by rich people. Some type of Chinese man behind him is funding this man's lifestyle. He does not work. He does not have a job. These entrepreneur black people. Okay? So, yeah. Hey, Mia Knight, thank you for being here. And she says, yet factual. So I'm glad people are with me, because some people I know probably are not really with me, and some people probably are definitely with me. The people that's not with me, most likely they're with the scam. That's all that's about. And they stand strong and wrong. They don't care. They're gonna pretend that they don't. They're just gonna continue to pretend that it's about us being mad at them or something. And all we're doing is saying, "Go home, Roger." We want to put them in the barrels and send them back to Jamaica or wherever. But anyway, he's sitting here eating popcorn and Coca-Cola and promoting that off of rape charges on a minor. So this is very creepy and a very weird situation, okay? Yeah, and I'm gonna skip over Polite because Polite is at this point he's not important enough for me to make a title on him. I don't make titles on these people. I just rant about a lot of stuff because it's not really about the person. I already know that they're puppets. We're gonna get into that young Pharaoh. Just talking about the puppets. Should we talk about that young Pharaoh thing? And I'm telling you, you see how they quiet. You see him and Golden Beauty quiet. That was a nasty little scam, right? She had to pay some bills real quick. But if your man got $2 million, I mean, I don't see why would he be getting kicked out of banks and why you couldn't get it from him. So we already see why she did that scam, right? Because they really don't got it. They pretend they have it, but it's tied up in or whatever. I really don't know how they do their scams. Let's be honest. They as good as they last dollar. Just to start off with Young Pharaoh's friend. He did some weird scripted video of, you could tell Young Pharaoh was right in front of him, telling him everything to say. Now, I just want you to take a real good look at the tattoos of the Baphomet Chinaman, the Buddhist monk in Africa. He got Africa, then he got the China. I don't know if you could really see this, but it's a Chinese man and woman two-faced it. This is like homage to the Baphomet Chinese monks that came and bit them up. One body man and woman, that's God. He's talking about the Pan Janus, whatever God, the Baphomet or whatever. And obviously it's sugar cane, it's the Chinaman, and I've already explained this a million times. And this is the guy that's doing it. Look how he looks like. So is he Chinese? No, but they're African Asiatic, okay? And they're here to harass us. Now, is he black and burnt? No. He's like a red-brown guy. So this is why I try to tell you to start looking at other features, because sometimes you can't tell it by them being black and burnt, but you could tell it by either their eyes or a lot of other things. The dreads is another indicator. I know a lot of people, they wear dreads and they're not really hip to the game, but understand that sometimes you gotta understand that is symbolism for them. It's the David and Goliath, whatever, like strength in their hair. I mean, like the strength is in their hair, whatever, but in reality, we are more militant, we are more civilized, and we would have more hair because we got that wavy hair. You see what I'm saying? We like to brush out. These guys brushing their hair, so we don't do that dreadlock stuff because we Becky with the good hair. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, to each their own, but we see why they doing that because it's us versus them. See what I'm saying? The strength is in their hair. That's the way they moving their roster style, head, whatever. We don't have to do that. Plus, I don't even think our hair would dread like that. You know what I'm saying? It'll look all stupid like the white people. They be trying to dread their hair. They be looking dumb. So, you see what I'm saying? So, we more civilized, military, I say militant, but you know what I'm saying? Like, if you ever would have family down south, like I have, my mother used to pre-warn me before I got there to make sure I respected my aunts. Don't say nothing bad. That they'll have like a speech for you because Southerners know that you could get your whole back high torn down if you try to do whatever these people are doing nowadays. None of this stuff that people are doing will fly down south with the Southerners. So, you know what I'm saying? So, my brother made lasagna tonight. I still gotta eat yet. Yeah, I ain't eat nothing, and that sounds kind of good, but, you know, I do have something in there. I'm not going to say what because I live where they sell nothing but West Indian food. So I kind of got some West Indian food in there. And that's why I said, oh, y'all ain't got to leave because I kind of do like oxtails. But I do got to figure out how to make it. I do know how to make it myself, but, you know, I don't perfect it. But anyway, back to what I was saying. But I hope you enjoy your food if you do got to go. Thanks for staying with me for as long as you did. But and then come back and watch the rest if you can. Whatever, it's still gonna be up. Yeah. So I forgot what subject I was on. Oh, with Young Pharaoh. So I wanted to get to Young Pharaoh because you saw the story that he said on Tasha K. Is the puppet thing. That's what I'm saying. They puppets and they go up in the rectum. The puppet is where you go in the rectum and you navigate through the spine, because you know the spine, that the spine or whatever is the cord. So if you pull that plug, you pull that plug. You see what I'm saying? And it also orchestrates the whole body. You see what I'm saying? It got the whole body in the orchestration. So this is why we call them puppets, because what the hell? They feel like it's just hot. I think that's what the issue is. So when they go up the rectum and they orchestrate them, they're not puppets. So what I'm trying to explain to y'all, when they go up the puppet as a human being, they are going in the rectum. Okay? They want to sodomize you. They want to take over your body. They want to infiltrate you. They will ejaculate in you. And it's going to cause you to do everything Young Pharaoh described. Okay? And you heard how he said it was multiple people there. And when more people came and gangbanged, he had to stop. All right? They said that they were taking over. Yes, because when that happens, guess what? It's never the same. Like Drake, it will never be the same again. Okay? It will never be the same again. So once your manhood is, and then you become the Baphomet like his friend, with the man and the woman God, whatever, because they Jesus Christ him. Okay? And I don't want to get into the Jesus Christ, because I'm not saying he's not a person, a real person, but he is for certain people. He's not Native American people. We only go straight to the highest power of, God, and that's how we always been. I don't want to get into Jesus Christ, because a lot of people could get confused, even people from Native, from the land, because things have changed. But just know everything that you believe in it's been based off of row your boat, life is but a dream system. So you got to understand, a lot of things are scrambled, a lot of things are flipped and crossed, because they live the flipped and crossed life. I am a January Capricorn. I can advise that to you because I understand the concepts. All right. So, and that's why I try to explain to you about the pig ladder and the Jews, how they read backwards and all that other stuff, because they don't live like us. They're on the opposite of the world. So if we're on this side of the world and they're on this side of the world, we're flipped, we're reversed. And we live exactly like that as well. Our cultures, our beliefs, our everything is flipped. They are trying to infiltrate and turn us all into one world as what they do, Baphomet and all that, and the Jesus Christ and all. And that's how you see the Chinese people, when they came over here, they learned about God with us, but of course they tried to put their own spin into it, and that's where the Jesus Christ comes from. They want their own person to praise to and stuff, because they're not that comfortable praising to our God, the capital God. The highest of them all, the one that's in the 10th commandments to tell you that you could have is he knows there's other gods here, but he telling you bet not ever listen to them over him. You see what I'm saying? So if you listen to it, he makes it very simple in the 10 commandments. Our native Indian people had it, the Stonehenge people, they had it, because they learned from us. They our little jokers, and we the big jokers. And if you play spades, you better understand that you better not pay that little joker ever until you see that big joker come across the board. You understand what I'm saying? If you're a spades player, you know what's up. You'll be having that little joker in your hand like, ooh, if it's like 3 cards left and you ain't see that big joker play yet, you'll be looking like, yo, who got it? Because I don't want this little joker to go to waste. So you already know that they got the information, but they got it from the big dogs, and they don't want to acknowledge us for nothing. These people say we don't even exist. They say we don't even exist. That's how nasty it's getting with them. And I love it. I love it. I don't call it hate. I don't call it hate. These people are the parrot, the patriots, the memes, the Polly want a cracker, like anything we say this. They gonna say that. Cause they be like, oh, they wanna be us. No, the Africans people be like, oh, the white people wanna be them. No, they don't. Y'all are them. They do everything you can do with no problem. They can't do what we do. Y'all can't. Them African people, they're not smooth. They don't got the agility. They are not able. They are Cain. They're not able. They're not able. Can you stay in the rain? Cain is not able. That's why they be like no bell. They hate the bell and the A bell and the bow. The bow from what is that, Mexico or whatever? I think it's like some Indian bow or bell. Look into that. They don't like bow. They don't like South America, or they don't like, because they're not the originators. We are the original, and then it's the aboriginals, and then it's everything else. Okay? We the big jokers. The aboriginals is the little jokers. Aboriginals, y'all gotta understand. They're not putting the ab in front of it for no reason. They're not putting the ab in front of it for no reason. Okay? You know what ab means. Okay? And if you're an aboriginal, who you think is the originals? It's plenty of documentaries out there, y'all. I could do a list. I'm gonna do a list one day so y'all can just get into all these videos, because I can't show all these videos up here. I'm already like 2 hours, 3 hours in. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't even get to touch everything, and I hate that because I don't go back to my topics and I just skip over everything and don't care anymore. But let me get into some of this stuff real quick. Let me just show you how they eat with their hands, bro. They eat with their hands, man. They eat with their hands. I don't know nobody that eat with their hands but them, okay? And look, here goes some Indians. Look at them eating that halal rice. The Muslims and them East, and look at them. They eating with their hands, y'all. Like they ain't got no forks, no spoons. You hear me? Who's civilized too? Who's civilized too? You got Dr. Umar and Young Pharaoh with no shirts on. They can't put a shirt on. They don't care if they flabby or if they in shape. They can't put a shirt on. They're trying to over-sexualize everything. They live in their lower chakras. If anybody's harassing you about sex or constantly telling you ain't giving them enough sex, they're living in their lower chakras. They cannot get up here. They cannot get up there. Not naturally born up here. They're naturally born down there. And if you go to their countries and stuff, they chilling all day. I be looking like, yo, it's mad things to do. I be looking at, I want to show you this guy because I didn't want to be biased. This guy, he got a good channel. I like his channel. It's very different from Cass. I like this guy. I don't know if it's him. His name is Ace Live. I have a better video of him. I can't find it right now. But he also is traveling all in Colombia and things like that. And it's Ace Live. You should start watching some of the travel channels where they're traveling around in the world, so you can see that all of them have the same styles of their buildings and their apartments and all that, or like how they build. It's like they build with concrete. That's why when Haiti has an earthquake, everything falls apart or whatever, because they're building with concrete. If you're on a mountain, the last thing you should do is build with concrete. I mean, come on. And the thing is probably that's all they have access to the land. I mean, and that's why you can see America is where it's at, because we are an abundance of great things to make great things. The free energy comes from the ground. That's why we were able to do a lot of electronical stuff. I tried to research who made the L trains, like the first like L trains, or they still have it like in San Francisco and stuff like that, where they have like the trolleys. It runs off of electric charge. Also in Jersey, I believe too. It's like they still have the trolleys and stuff there. I'm not sure, but it's called L trains or whatever. I tried to figure out who was the first people. They won't give you no information about who built it, who created. They'll just tell you, oh, we got here, it opened in 1800, and we ripped it down in 1800. Why would you build something that extravagant and rip it down in less than 100 years? Wasn't they stuff? And they don't want to tell you how it got here, because they'll have to admit how smart we are, how genius we are. And they don't want to give us no more free energy that comes from the ground, from our ground. We have nothing but free energy all over here. They want to charge us for it. It's called Con Edison. And look at Edison, son, but then they put the con in front of it because they stole us. They stole everything, and they conned us with everything. The contrast, Con Edison, con everything. Everything is con. I do want to wrap this up because I am dying too. And somebody was talking about lasagna. Now I'm hungry. Um, but I did want to just quickly show you how the Chinaman took over. They do show a documentary I just recently watched where it shows you clear as that they came in over the 400s. They came in. They changed our year. They changed our year in 1000, and it's going to show you in this documentary how they did it. Okay, the documentary is called this. America discovered by Chinese, America discovered and colonized by China. They're realizing that China was the first people actually, right? Which I already told y'all before they even did this documentary. Before I saw this documentary.
Welcome to Fire of Learning. I'm Justin. Hello and welcome to Fire of Learning. I'm Justin.
Now these are white people
In the
telling
late
the truth.
15th century, Europeans, specifically the ones from the emerging nation of Spain, sailed to the west and landed in a new world. At first, they believed it was Asia,
Aw.
but relatively quickly,
But it wasn't.
learned that it was a new world that they would come to call the Americas.
Which they ended up in Brazil, South America, not over by us. But let's keep it moving.
History was forever changed. We sometimes
And they thought it was Asia because back in South America and all that, like I said, they look Asian. They're all Asiatic people.
consider this to be the moment when the first non-Native Americans discovered the Americas.
Now, how the hell they gonna say the first non-Native American? What the hell are they talking? Native Americans are from America. We ain't discover America. We're from there. But let's go.
But it was, of course, not the first time that foreigners, even Europeans, had landed on the continent. Long before
Okay.
Europeans had landed on the continent. Long before, in the 11th century, Norsemen, the same group which produced the Vikings, landed in modern-day Canada after a ship sailing to Greenland.
Now, you see the ships selling to Greenland, these people are from like the Yorkshires, Ireland, Scotland, and stuff like that, in Iceland. They are black, African, Asiatic type people to pop out of Sailormans. These are these people.
Was a blown off course. They would stay for a little while, but the colonies in a place they called Vinland, and later on Greenland as well, which is technically North America, would be abandoned.
Now you hear that? Technically North America. So they try to pin Greenland and stuff on us, but they gotta get boats and stuff to come to America. But anyway, let's keep it moving.
Lost and forgotten. Thus, the fact that the Norse discovered and colonized North America is remembered more as a testament to their proud accomplishments as a people, rather
Now you hear they saying that them discovering America is like a testament of their people, but it was a lie. It's not even based off truth.
than as something which transformed the world, like Columbus's discovery. Were these, however,
And we all know Columbus is a liar too.
only incidents where foreign civilizations...
It was the Chinaman that introduced them all. It was the Chinese that introduced them all.
It's hard to say.
They opened the
People are
floodgates
very
on
curious, and
us.
sometimes history doesn't always get recorded very well. In recent
Let's rewind that. You hear this?
It's hard to say. People are very curious, and sometimes history doesn't always get recorded very well.
History doesn't always get recorded very well. What? How hard is it to record the truth? Because their lies don't line up.
In recent decades, however, historians and anthropologists have been faced with a new hypothesis. Did a civilization ever discover the Americas from the opposite end of the world?
And I don't understand how you could discover something that a whole bunch of people already lived at. But okay.
Did the Chinese
They know.
ever land in the Americas?
not-
Some
this is
people,
not new.
one man in particular, have claimed that they did, long after the Vikings, but years before Columbus. Could this be true? If so, what does it mean? What are the long-term effects of this, and how does it change history? Well, in this video, we're going to answer all of those questions and more, so let's get to it.
You need to start watching these documentaries where they're trying to give y'all some truth.
The Yongle Emperor, whose name was Zhu Di, ruling from the Ming Dynasty had risen in China, replacing the Yuan Dynasty, which was a remnant of the Mongolian Empire. The Yongle Emperor, whose name was Zhu
Now,
Di,
you see how this guy look like? Does he look white to you? These are the African Asiatic people. These are the monks that young Pharaoh and them talk about. These people were not Chinese white. They come in all different colors. But let's keep it moving about these Chinamen.
ruling from 1402 to 1424, wanted to expand
1402 to 1444, and they're gonna show you. I hope that I got the how they put the one in
Chinese
there.
horizons, in a manner of speaking. And he
In
did
this
much
same
of this
video, they show you how they throw a one on it.
He firstly kind of reconstructed the Great Wall of China, but then turned his attention to the seas and China's navy. The main product of his naval buildup was what is referred to as the treasure fleet. This consisted of a massive
Now, doesn't that sound like familiar with like the treasury that we deal with and all this treaty stuff?
Or
Chinese
Chinese
individually
the
massive
military,
ships, which would be
Mexican.
sent
And these are
on
their
treasure
ships.
voyages around
That's
much
all
of the
them.
old
Water.
world.
That's all them.
Leading the treasure fleet was Admiral
Or
Zhao.
Chinese
The
men.
purpose of
They
these
try to be like ghosts. They try to be like ghosts.
was not
They try to put the quiet sign up there.
or anything
This
like
is
that.
these are the people hiding. These are the elites. These are the elites. They hide behind this shit. Now I wanted to just show you where it said 1400, man, but I don't think I got it in these clips. So they show you here how they come and infiltrate them.
There's plenty of
Might ask you why
evidence.
they're African Asiatic.
But perhaps you see where I'm going with this.
By the time they got the 444, it's a wrap for us. Like, they came
Claim
smelly
that
butts
this
over here.
fleet kept going
Yeah,
past
look at them.
Mozambique,
Kept going
reaching
around us.
West Africa, crossed the ocean,
They was
and
all
then
in
reached
Asia,
South America
which is
and the
why it's
Caribbean.
Asia.
I don't know why I was talking. I was pissed off. So he tell you that they come all the way. They started in They started in India. Then they went around South America. Ended up in by Brazil and going by Mexico and all on the water shorelines. But they didn't get on the inside. And they really couldn't get on us at all because we're right here. We're right here. Oh Jesus, don't lose. We're like, you see how they couldn't really get on us really? Like where we at, they all up on the mermaid stuff. They all up over here by Canada and everything. But you see Florida. Then you look at all where we at. They not on the inskirts yet, where we all was at. They tore up everybody else though. You see how they all over y'all. They was all over y'all. Well, not y'all, but you know what I'm saying. They was all over these people. They already Chinese and Russia over here, so they didn't have to really go. You see, this is why I don't show clips of this, because it's hard to show y'all what I'm trying to tell you if it's not showing up on the screen. But I'm trying my best because like I don't really know how to share my screen and do all this stuff yet. And I don't even know if I could do it like that. I still haven't figured that out. But I just wanted to show you. I don't know if I got the clip where it shows that they started. I'm pissed that I don't got that in here. That's weird. I should have definitely taped that. Where they put the 1 in front of the 400. I was like, what the fuck? They put a 1 in front of the 400. So it wasn't year 1400. It was year 400. They the ones that added the 1,000. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Alrighty.
To prove or disprove is the one made popular by
400.
Gavin Menzies
See
in
that?
his book called 1421, the year China discovered America.
400.
1421 is, of course, 71 years before Columbus landed in the Caribbean.
Booyah! I'm done. I really don't even want to talk no more. I told y'all they came in the 400s, y'all. And you see that that blue one in front of it? Because the one was not a real situation. These scheming, Mimi, parrots. And you know, like I said, a parrot is a female pirate. You know that, right? If you Google a parrot, the parrot is a female pirate. And these patriarchs are pirates. So when they be like, oh, the patriots, and I don't care if you want to be a patriot and you want to fight for the land that you fought for a long time ago and you don't want to lose it because your founding fathers found something that was never lost. Like, what the? I don't get y'all, but y'all can go ahead, y'all. Go strong. The patriarch, pirate, Popeye the Sailor Mans, the Popeye, they got Popeyes. You'll see them. Look, I don't even want to go any further. You see the scam? Did y'all see the scam? They came here for now the story. Oh yeah, you know we meant to tell y'all that. When y'all was gonna tell us? They still ain't telling us. They still go on teaching y'all this Western history. And Western history is because the Chinese people came over here. If you could see how the Westerns had like the saloons, like you know how like you come out on it's like a wraparound porch, or it's called saloons. They have saloons all in Cuba. They have saloons all in South America. They have saloons like how they build their homes. So you could see how they're influenced by Chinese was. We don't have no saloons over. I'm gonna show you 1,000 pictures. No saloons. It was just nothing but buildings, brick houses, this and that. That's all us. And then they was mad. They was mad. They mad, and they just trying to take over and just steal and steal and steal. I'm not going to continue on from here because I don't think I have to go any further than that. I mean, y'all should have a great understanding from this picture alone that I keep showing y'all, because this is the American black family where the mama and the daddy will be a black man, the mama will look a little bit pale, the daughters will be all, and then it says an entire Manhattan village owned by black people, but not black people. They need to cross this black out and put Native American people, native to the land, destroyed to build Central Park. Now, they said before Central Park was there, it was the Seneca Village, Secrets of the Dead, PBS special. Okay? I'm gonna go no further than that. Like, come on. Y'all know what's up. Y'all know who he is. Y'all know what y'all did. Y'all know what's going on. The fact that Daylight was like, oh, it's no such thing as a Native American is not even, it's a nasty insult. You should not be insulting people from the land you want to be in as an immigrant. Okay? So for immigrants to be acting like we disrespecting them, bro, we've been disrespected by y'all beyond y'all could even think about. Y'all came over here infiltrating and making it seem like y'all are us. Like, and y'all nowhere near us, okay? Y'all not even close. Not even close, okay? I like my little outfit. So, because I designed it. And I did want to read my palms. I do have a palms that I put on here. Palms 116. It says, I love the Lord. I really wanted to say God, but since it says Lord, I'll just go with it because this is a Bible verse and things are changed. But it says, for he heard my voice. He hear my cry for mercy because he turned his ear to me. Because he turned his ear, I will call on him as long as I live. The crowd, I can't really read this. What the fuck? It's upside down, y'all. the crowd of death enlightened. And I might be reading this wrong. I'm about to sit my ass down because I can't read upside down. The anguish of the grave came upon me. I overcome by trouble and sorrow. So basically, it kind of says like, I love God because he hears my voice, and he hears me pray for mercy, and he lends his ear to me and things like that. So I did like the fact that it related to my number. If some people do believe in God and stuff, if you want to like try to Google like your birthday number and see what palms come up, I did it with like a couple of people, and you'd be surprised that, just not the year, but just like your birthday or whatever, leave the zeros out. Or whatever, or if you have like a zero, like if it's 10 or something, but if it's like 01, just leave the zero out and just put 1 or whatever in your month and your date and see what palms come up. And I think it's like a lot of good passages. I did it for a couple people, but anyway, just wanted to leave off with some. Okay, it's saying a low battery, so I definitely gotta go because it's about to cut off for me. I'm glad I was able to have whoever's here stay with me for however long. I do try to make my valid points, so I don't want to leave without making my points. This is the whole point of me doing these videos because I want to inspire. I want to inspire people to start doing their own creativity. We do not need no Asian name brands. Please do not waste your money on it because it just goes to their community and their people. I cannot stress that enough. We need to start doing what they're doing, okay, and not working with them like they're not working with us. Just like they did their own people when they went around conquering and dividing. They were telling people in code, like the Jews and stuff, they were telling them not to work with the South Americans, or I think the Nazis were saying not to work with the Syrian Jews because the Syrian Jews and they're like different kind of Jewish people because it's the Moorish Jews, it's all kinds of Jews, like 3-4 sets of different Jews. It's the Russian Slavic Jews. You know what I'm saying? So we got to really understand who's trying to be quiet. We don't know nothing about Russia. We don't know nothing about China. They keep it hums. Them Chinese people and them Russian people, they trying to keep their we've been on this earth for a long time and we still don't know them like that. So we already know who's the elites and who's funding the chaos here and who's funding the division of us, not of black people, but of us. We always stuck tight. So that's what we need to start doing. Staying tight and keeping people that look like us and influencing us to do the wrong things away from us. Yes, you need to kick back and have fun, but you need to also be doing more work than fun. And also, like I said, just try to be as creative as you can, do whatever you can, do each other hair and things like that. Try to focus on more natural things because I'm still working on my natural because I'm not going to be a reoccurring customer anymore. Especially when they don't like us and they try to be funny with us once they get to a certain point. And it's like, bro, I helped your peasy self get there. But it's like, oh, it's F me now? So now it's F you. I'm going to make sure that I keep telling people to not support no black-owned businesses when it's coming from black people because they're not putting it back in your community. They're taking it and going to a different community with it. And they are making sure that their money and their companies are coming from Asian companies and it's not their own stuff. They're copying from Asia. So we are just feeding the people that's trying to make this a one world Muslim. They don't want us to believe in God and things like that. So we don't want to go in that route, okay? They are trying to make new contracts as we speak and bring more of their family in here. We cannot let that happen. We got to start speaking up. We don't want them to take no more of our tax money. We don't want them to take no more of our jobs and put us in low-level jobs where they get the better and higher jobs because they're in HR, making sure they get in there. We need to not work with them. No more money. Don't spend no more extra money that you need. If you're not going nowhere, don't buy no outfits. Wear what the hell you got already. Okay? And as far as going out, try to go out to free things like the park or do like little cheap things like museums and stuff like that. Do not spend your money in a club spending $500 on a $40 bottle because you want to take a picture for one day. They're doing that because they're getting paid by the ops. You're not getting paid by the ops. You see people that's trying to influence you that's just trying to help their Chinese daddy and their African Asiatic that got Porsche to keep trying to snatch us up and let them have their fat bellies lay on us. Stop supporting that, okay? Stop doing that. If you go in a club, don't buy nothing. Go in there when it's free too. Go in free hours and don't buy nothing. Get some water. Tell them to give you some water until you leave. All right? Buy them little wrist things that you can fill liquor up in. Let's not support. If you want to buy and you want to use their spirits and you want to have let loose a little bit because that's how they got us and we do like to use it or whatever. But try to make sure that you're not doing it in a stupid way where you spend $400 or doing, if you're buying outfits just for the name brand and these people don't even like you, I'm going to start looking at you like a McDonald's clown. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to look at it any other way. If you're related to those people, then you go ahead and support your family. But if you're not related to them, you're not African, Asiatic or whatever, you should not be supporting those brands. You should not be supporting those businesses. You should not have nothing to do with them. Don't do no business like they don't do no business with us. Period. Okay? You have plenty of people like us that probably do cooking or they have their little music or stuff that's on the side. Make sure that they are genuine people and they're not going to just flip the script on you. And you do business with them. And make sure when you got something, they do business with you. Because trust me, these people are different. You don't want to deal with none of these people. They are so scammy and skeezers. I can't keep saying that enough. They're scamming skeezers. They want to borrow your ID. They want to sell you something for $2 for $20. They want to borrow your stuff and they turn around and act like they be so mad that they have to do business with you and don't like you. They have to smile in your face and be friends with you when they don't like you at all. So when they finally do get on, they can say F you for no reason. You be like, what? Because they never liked you in the first place. They didn't want to beg you to support them to get what they got in the first place. They don't like it. They be angry when they do it, but they put a smile on their face. And then once they get on, they show you they never liked you in the first place. They wanted to just flip the script on you because they are the lower. They have issues. And a lot of them are depressed type people. A lot of them have mental issues because they come from artistic family back, their father Chinaman is artistic, so a lot of people don't understand the mental issues that they have. So I'm just gonna leave it there. I really don't have nothing else that I really wanted to point out, except this is This is who's their daddy. Who's your daddy? Who's their daddy? This their daddy. And you see, like I said on that Netflix with the squid and stuff, how they don't got no emotions. And they love the chaos. They'll pay you for the chaos. They gonna cut you them checks to bring them nasty stories, talking about your family, this and that, talking about your friend, oh, these people don't want to see you, when they talk like that and they say somebody's hating, ain't nobody hating on nobody nowadays. Nobody cares about nobody nowadays. Okay? People ain't worrying about no whack photoshops or whatever you doing with the filters. Nobody cares. So when they start talking all that in their captations or when they around you or something, don't be those people's friend. They are the ones with the hate in their blood. Because you wouldn't even suggest somebody's hating or you wouldn't even suggest those things. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, they try to confuse you with that, like saying you're a hater so you won't keep pointing out simple things. Simple things. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, I don't know what all that is, but I hope it's not spam. And if it is spam, you can go ahead with that because we gonna keep this little system that we going because they've done had their systems for about 300-400 years they've been here. So we just need to get back to what we was doing, which was sticking the fuck together. Okay? We need to just we just need to stick together, alright? And they can spam that. They can spam that. We're gonna get it back together. Look at this. Let's end it with the privilege. The white privilege. This is white people privilege. Look at her with Starbucks. Look at her with Starbucks. And they found it hilarious. Now, if a black person was doing this, they'd have called the cops. Look how funny it is with his Starbucks. Look how funny that is with his Starbucks. That's white privilege for your ass. That's that Caucasian. Now we know what a Caucasian is, right? It's the Caucasians, is the African Asians making them French mulata lattes in France and Spain. They don't look as white as you think they look, and they crazy as crap over there. You can't even go hiking without getting missing. Okay? That's their drugs. They're the bad minds. They're the bad minds. They can't even say men. They can't even say men. M-A-N. They be like M-O-N. Like, like the Muslims and stuff. Like Badman and, whatever. Muhammad and moo. Like the bull from Mexico. They eat that beef and stuff. We like chicken. And have you seen that I saw it, like, I think on MREC or something like that. I really don't follow them no more, but he did something where he said they were overcharging people for chicken. Look how hateful they are, man. They know we love chicken. And they overcharge us for chicken this long. For years, they said since 2000, like from 19-something, they've been overcharging us for chicken. Because they don't want us to eat that chicken. They want us to eat that nasty goat. They want us to eat all that other stuff they eat, the seafood, so you get mercury. You eat too much of that seafood, you catch mercury, you get poisoning. All right? And you get blood pressure, all that butter and stuff. You get high blood pressure. All right, I really don't got nothing else to show you guys. I'm glad that stayed with me all this time. And I'm telling you, I really do love the people that stay with me because it's like it seems like the same little bit of people. And I tell you one thing, I will never stop long as I got a couple people here. We out here, and that's all that matters. I did want to say something about the Jesus. So if you look at Jesus, it kind of sounds like a G, right? Even though it's spelled J-E, it's like Jesus. Instead of it being like, if you're black, you'll be, the J-E would be more like Jesus, like G, you know what I'm saying? Like Jeezy. But Jesus has like a G, right? So I just wanted to show like how, Spanish people, they say like George with the J, the J is like a G to them, like George. Just like Jesus. And they say Jesus like with Jesus anyway because they don't pronounce the J's. They can't pronounce the J's. So I just felt that was weird that they call him Jesus and it's like you're not really pronouncing the J, pronouncing it with a G, like how they say George, like Georgie. But anyway, and I already told y'all like how anyway, we're not going to get into Jesus right now because that would take forever. These are the kind of bridges they make. We could have, if we was over there, we could have hooked them up, you know what I'm saying, and give them something stable. But, since they wanted to act funny with us, they destroyed, this is a train station that used to run up by, by like Flatbush area going towards West 9th. I can't really remember the exact. If you look at the information, it's there. I can't see it right now. But this was in Brooklyn. They ripped this whole train station down. And look how they taking pictures in front of it, talking about they had an accident. They had all these little accidents, and they started ripping everything down. Photoshop. They know damn well they wasn't having no accidents. They didn't know how to ride our stuff. They didn't know how to use our stuff. They already said in the article that the conductor didn't know what he was doing. He just started. He was working at 10. They had a bunch of excuses of why they breaking our stuff up over here in Brooklyn. This is Fulton Street. This is Fulton. Okay, this is like Fulton Street. They call it the L carts on Atlantic and Flatbush. Where's the train station at? And none of this stuff is there no more. That's us. Alright? The golden children. Y'all better recognize who y'all are. Y'all better wake all the way up and tell these people get out of our face. Alright? Because we doing things and we need to get back to doing things. We got things to do, okay? Like, share, subscribe, man. Thank you guys for being here. You already know I got nothing but love for all y'all. And I'm going to be back. I'm going to do more lives because I see that they are putting the pressure. They think they're putting their foots in our necks. Excuse me? Okay, so we need to put in as much work as they doing. We too comfortable. And we think everything's funny. And guess what? They not playing with us. Okay? They over here doing this. And they doing a lot of stuff. They moving in, and they staying firm. I'm telling you, these mountain climbers and all that. Look, we need to really, really start putting our brain, and we need to get our black men out of that daze. Like, shake them out of that daze. You know what I'm saying? Get them out their lower chakras, because they not thinking right. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of men that are black, it's like a lot of men like us, they not even that bad. They actually good, kind of decent, quiet, shy guys. And they do try to act nice. I know there's plenty of them out there. And then they put the other guys that are and they pum, 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 pum. And they all well like that, right? And then they say those are our men. And that's not our men. But, okay. But anyway, like, share, and subscribe. I'm going to be back like they are on how they on our backs. I'll be back. I'm going to try to keep up and do more work. Because you can't sleep. You gotta just keep going. Forget sleep. You know what I'm saying? This is crunch time. They talking about rainbow currency. Do that sound right? Rainbow currency? Does that sound right? We don't want no rainbow nothing. We don't want no more Skittles over here. We don't want no more Skittles. No more rainbow people. That's all them. It just makes up their whole area. Because they got smashed out by the Chinaman. Listen, like, share, subscribe, enjoy the rest of you guys' night. I'm glad you stuck with me on a Monday night. I try to get up here as much as I can. So I'm happy and very, very happy that you guys will stay with me at this time and on this time. It's not really easy for everybody. You got things to do the next day. So yes, enjoy the rest of you guys' night, man. And like, share, and subscribe. Share as much as you can. Like it so I want the message. I don't care about the views and the numbers. I want the message to get around, even with the people that don't like us or think that we don't know nothing. I want them to know that this is not a secret no more. That life is but a dream. Is but a dream. A simple fantasy that they wish was reality. It was but a dream. They wish it was their reality, okay? We need to get back to our roots. Figure out that they just mimicking and recreating us. And enjoy the rest of you guys' night, man. Peace.